They've been told for decades that the best deals, the smartest investments, the biggest returns come from sticking close, playing it safe, following the maps everyone else follows. Borders, countries, legal boxes. These lines on a map are supposed to be boundaries. Fences that limit where your money goes, where your ideas can reach, where your power can grow. But what if those lines aren't walls? What if those borders are not just limiting, but deeply dangerous illusions, holding back the boldest, the sharpest, the most revolutionary investors from touching the future they deserve? Every minute spent stuck inside these invisible cages is a minute wasted, because real opportunity, real breakthrough, isn't respecting borders. It's completely smashing through them. Imagine waking up to a world where deal flow is borderless, a world where the brightest founders, the most innovative startups, and cutting-edge visions aren't confined by country codes or time zones, but flow freely, flooding your platform, your network, your portfolio with pure fire from every corner of the planet. This is not some far-off dream. This is happening now. Investors everywhere are waking up, shaking off the chains of old thinking, and diving headfirst into a tidal wave of possibility that crosses oceans, bypasses governments, and dissolves outdated systems like smoke. Why? Because staying local kills. It kills vision. It kills upside. It kills relevance. What stands between you and your next big win isn't just competition. It's complacency. It's that quiet voice inside that says, stick to what you know. Don't risk more. Play it safe. But in the fierce, cutthroat world of founders and investors, safe is just slow suicide. The ones who refuse to step beyond borders, who limit themselves to their zip codes, countries, or comfort zones, are fading. The real powerhouses, the rare few, are the ones who have learned to see beyond the nonsense of national pride and outdated systems. The ones who are fast, aggressive, and ruthless enough to seek out brilliance wherever it hides. Because brilliance does not live in boardrooms or old financial districts, it lives in the edge. It lives in forgotten cities, in displaced communities, in unexpected coding garages, biohacking hubs, renewable energy labs scattered across continents you've barely looked at. That's the gold. That's the surge others are missing. That's the fuel for exponential returns. And here's the brutal truth. Most investors don't want you to find this out. The old guard, the gatekeepers, they're busy propping up borders with more rules, red tape, and complex regulations designed to scare you back into your lane. Because a siloed ecosystem is easy to control. It's safe for the system, but it's lethal for you. Because the biggest game-changing innovation today, it's happening nowhere near Wall Street or Silicon Valley alone. It's happening everywhere and nowhere, a wild, decentralized storm of talent and ideas that defy categorization. So how do you catch this wild storm instead of getting lost in the fog? It's simple, but not easy. It starts by killing the old game in your own mind, breaking every assumption about what's safe, what's normal, what works. Stop asking where and start asking who. Who is hidden outside your line of sight? Who is building the next world off the beaten path? Start hunting for those rare, raw sparks of genius no one else cares about because they're too busy fishing in the usual ponds. Then connect. But not just connect blindly. Connect with intention, with sharpness, and pick the few who burn with the same fire as you. This isn't about quantity. It's about quality so rare it feels like finding diamonds in the dirt. These are the people who won't just give you a deal. They will reinvent your entire perspective, your network, your edge. Build a pipeline that doesn't respect borders because it shouldn't. Harness platforms, communities, and tech that break down these artificial walls. Become obsessed with speed and flow, sending deals, insights, people moving instantly across time zones, legal frameworks, languages. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect, safe moment that never comes. Move now, move fast, move where your competitors don't dare. Because here's the difference between surviving and thriving. The market is no longer local. It's hyper-global and insanely unpredictable. The startups that will dominate tomorrow don't live next door. They live everywhere or nowhere. Your capital has to chase them, or someone else will outpace you. And this isn't just about money. It's about freedom. Freedom from narrow vision. Freedom from outdated borders. Freedom from systems designed to make you a cog instead of a kingmaker. This shift isn't just a trend. It is the liberation of individual power in the investment world, the breaking of once unbreachable chains, the birth of a new era where your reach is defined only by your hunger, your courage, your willingness to face the unknown and lean in hard. This borderless deal flow isn't just the next wave. It's the tsunami wiping away slow, bureaucratic investing. It's your chance to find, fund, and fuel the people who will remake the future. People whose ideas have no passports, no visas, no nationalities. They're citizens of progress, of transformation, of the radical now. But beware, this path is not for everyone. It demands relentless curiosity, patience, and a willingness to be uncomfortable. It requires seeing potential where others see risk, embracing difference not as a problem, but as an explosive source of strength. Most will cling to their old maps and lose themselves in 9-to-5 routines that keep them stuck. But the few who dare, the founders, the investors, the leaders who see beyond the illusion of borders, are waking up to the undeniable truth. The future doesn't wait. The future rewards those who break down walls and unleash the power of connected rare minds working as one unstoppable network. If you're one of these few, if that fire inside can't be tamed by geography or the comfort of status quo, then your mission is clear. Build your bridge over borderlines. Find the founders hidden in unexpected places. Invest with brutal clarity and fearless speed. Create an ecosystem where the rare and misunderstood don't just survive, but thrive. Because when these misaligned sparks finally align, the power is unstoppable. The era of siloed investing is over. The next great boom, the next unstoppable wave of innovation and wealth, lives only in a borderless world. In a network of territorialist connections, you don't need permission from old systems or governments. You need only the courage to see beyond the rules, to be ruthless in your alignment with true brilliance, and to be patient enough to play the long game that rewrites the entire narrative. This isn't about changing the world from the top down. It's about unleashing the few who will remake it from the edges, from the fires of difference, from the bold, radical, ungoverned hearts and minds no borders can cage. So look up, break free, and dive into the wild, borderless future of deal flow. Because your next home run isn't just outside the box. It's outside every border you ever believed was real. Don't just invest. Become borderless. Become the force that breaks the system. Because your greatest power, your truest freedom, lies in the connections you make beyond borders and the futures you fuel where no limits exist. The storm is coming. Ride it now, or forever watch the future pass you by.